Hello and welcome to the new podcast called The Golden Age of Turkish Cinema That No One Asked For. Well, I'm your host. The title might change, but your host will not change. I'm your host Eray, and I'm a Turkish guy in Germany, and I never watched Turkish movies before, but if I go back to Turkey, I do not want to stay as a douche, so I will make a podcast out of it, and you can share my experience. Tonight, we're gonna show you the movie called Sensiz, Yaşayamam, which basically means I cannot live without you. Introducing Hülya Koçyiğit. I don't know any of the actors. She's a femme fatale in this movie. Let us jump right in. I have made some screenshot. I watched it once. And okay, so I think it's worth watching, by the way. It has some scenes that I will point out with the minutes. And also I will, if I make a video out of it, I can make some screenshots from the movie and put it there. You're welcome to watch it. I will try to make it so you understand what the movie is about. So it's not just a dumb critique or king shaming about anything. It's the age, it's the zeitgeist. Back then people were like loving it, and today I'm kind of loving them too. So let us jump right in. So the main protagonist is incredibly rich, and she has this sickness. She has cancer. She will die anytime soon, like within a year, I think. And she's shocked. She is smart, she's rich, she's powerful, but she has cancer and she will die. What do you do? So she hops back onto her car, drives home, and there is this incredibly lovely scene. These scenes I really love, where she enters her mansion, which is like the size of a football field, and this one servant comes in really fast, which is professional. I think she's paid well, she's well educated because she's just incredibly rich, and she goes right to her and tells her, "Miss, can I bring you something?" And she's like, "No," and she's gone. She just back to walking. I think she's like doing like some workouts. She cannot stop for her, She just walks. Watch this scene. It's about like 4 minutes in, and she goes up and pulls out a gun, and she's like, "Am I gonna commit suicide?" And this is a question that goes until I think like minute 8 or minute 9, where she consults. Oh, maybe like 2 minutes after minute 6, where she consults a professional and ask her what I'm afraid for. Why cannot commit suicide? It is the easiest thing to do, but the psychologist cannot help her. Then we can see her on a birthday party. It's her birthday party. Hooray! And there's this round table, and I really love this scene too. Watch that on, I don't know, minute 8. Where there are like, I think like 6 persons. She has like 6 friends. And all of her friends rub the fact in that they're gonna live longer than she. One of them, like this guy is like, "Wow, you're so successful, no way you're gonna die within the next 1,000 years. And then there's this girl like, "Yeah, you're pretty. That means you're healthy and you live a long life." And this guy is like, with an awesome mustache. Spot on mustache. I probably would marry him if I ever her. It's like, "Oh, girls that are pretty should never die." And then like, the last girl is like, "Oh, I have watched you earning so much money, and I want to watch you spend that money over the next 100 years or whatever," and leaves the country. So maybe they wouldn't have to rub that fact in. Anyways, she's out now. She flies to Turkish Republic of Cyprus and calls an employee and tells him, "Get me an assassin." And this is very interesting because the hotel where she wants to be killed. This hotel, this specific hotel, I think is in the latest Hitman game. I think it's in the latest Hitman game, and I don't know how it's called actually. Interesting enough. Maybe Contracts? That would be too suspicious if it was called Hitman Contracts. Because this is a movie about contracts. Maybe we should talk about the contract? Because she calls an employee, get me an assassin. This assassin comes in and they meet in this hotel. And there's this scene where she wants to make the specific points of the contract. And she somehow makes it incredibly clear that I wanted you to know that maybe I don't want to get killed. I don't know why yet, but if I tell you I don't want to get killed, you have to kill me anyway. And he's like, well, that's unfortunate, but okay. No, she's not done yet. She says, yeah, but what if I beg you for mercy? Then don't listen to that. And he's like, okay, ma'am, I think I got the point now. And she's like, no. I can offer you more money. You have to kill me anyway. So it's like, an assassin guy, like, I get the point. I'm gonna kill you, alright? And he's like, no. If I even want to escape, run away, then you have to find me and kill me. And like, wow, now it's getting really specific, ma'am. Like, what if... Oh, there's an important point also, which I will point out later in the movie. She says, you have to kill me when I don't see it coming, okay? Mark my words. This will get very important at the end. So, okay, contract done. She's like... They walk around for a bit. And then... He says, well, I'm out of practice of killing. I need to shoot at things. I mean, I'm the most professional assassin you could find, but I'm not that professional, I need practice. And she's like, can I come with you? And he's like, okay. And we can see some titties. Finally, guys. I was expecting those. Man, show me the sweet mannequin titties. And this like on public beach. You have to imagine this guy walking with like 2 guns and a mannequin. Don't mind, I'm just practicing. Oh, okay. So this mannequin is obviously our main protagonist, right? So the most professional guy that we talked about pulls out 2 guns and starts to massacre the mannequin. Like, he's shooting like there's no more tomorrow. Like, bam, 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 bam. Stops for a second and then bam, 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 continues. And I think he's not doing it for the practice, but I think that's his move. That's how he gets the ladies. Because if you look at her, she's boiling. That scene. Oh, I think I have to adapt my move on that move also. But I don't know how I get someone to hire me to kill that good-looking girl so I can get out my mannequin, show them titties, and shoot at the mannequin to make my move. But anyways, she's not to be stopped. She's like, oh, can I shoot too? And this guy like, oh hell yeah, you can shoot. And then takes out the gun, but holds it like really weird. Like the way she holds the gun, it looks dangerous to any of us. And then we have this incredibly nice scene, 35 minutes in I think, where for the first time we can see her suffer. Her illness kicks in, and you know this scene, you have to watch this. And if you are a huge pharmacy company and you're listening to this, please put it into your headache products adverts. Please. There are 2 to choose from. there's a second scene later where I would say the act is better, the second one, but I think that what makes a good movie, you know, like this increased level of acting, drama. But this is also a very nice scene where she has headache. You know, if you cannot visualize to your friends that you have migraine and how that feels, also send them this movie, the specific scene. So now there's a weird one. Now there comes a scene where, for some weird reason, she says, "I have thought otherwise. Please don't kill me. I do want you to not kill me." And he's like, "Man, I thought that was like time lost writing those into the contract, but you can clearly see in the contract you told me that at one point you would, whatever reason, say you don't want to get killed, but the part of the contract is specifically then you want to be killed." And he's like, "You fucking maniac. I am scared of dying. Can you not understand this? Please do not kill me." And he's like, "Oh, that's convenient." In the second paragraph it says right there, "If I tell you I'm scared, you have to kill me anyhow." And then, "Please have mercy with me." And he's like, "Oh yeah, yep, next part exactly this thing. If I say I'm scared, then just ignore me." And you're like, "You're a sick bastard. Money is all that you care. Okay, I will give you double the money to not kill me." And he's like, "Wow." But that's lucky. That's like, I also written that down. I give you double the money. And guess what she's doing next? She's running towards the harbor. She's trying to escape. That was the last point in the contract. It's like, that's convenient. So pulls out on the harbor, confronts her, and puts his gun out. Okay, his first gun out. And pulling not the trigger, puts his first gun in, and puts her other gun out, if you know what I mean. And then marries her. Right after the marriage, there is the second scene that I talked about, which she has headache. And this scene, if anyone knows what a headache like, then this is the scene. But yeah, I cannot emphasize enough, please watch the scenes. But there's no anal scene, so until this point, the main protagonist always had to show like pain. But we want to see how the male protagonist also acts in pain. So there's the staircase scene where he is carrying fruits to her because she has cancer, I think, maybe, to cure her, I don't know. But twist! She comes in without thinking twice, pulls out the gun, pulls the trigger, shoots him in the nuts, I would say. I don't know, because you can clearly see his white shirt not getting damaged at all, like there's no blood. So I probably think she's like a really smart girl, so she shot him in the nuts. Even if he survives this, there's no other girl in his life, or children. So he falls down the stairs, looks painful, but the girl like holds up his head and is like, "I couldn't have you lived without me." And he's like, "Oh wow, you guessed it right. Now I know you love me." Because this scene made me realize, if you really love one, then maybe shoot the person to show him that you really, really love her. And she dies. Maybe it was a moment of blood loss. Maybe this was a lesson that we should all think about? A question mark? Maybe not. And with this scene, the movie ends. So it took me about 15 minutes to explain the whole movie, which took about 70 minutes. There were some little mistakes here and there. I don't know if I want to talk about... I really didn't think about what I will talk about after the movie. So one little error is, as far as I know, she's talking about the place they are standing on, and which she refers to as the Magosa Castle. And I could swear that this name is not the castle itself is the Otello Castle, and the place is called Magosa. So she is like mixing up the facts, which is hilarious. And then she tells the story, which I also don't know if it's true or not. There is this black general who is married to a white woman. Okay. So why is this important? Like, I don't know, like whatever. And then this ruler has a servant called whatever, and he also likes this woman and doesn't want her to be someone else's wife. So she goes to his friend, the ruler, and tells him she is doing the work with other people, like she having good times with other men. And he's like, oh wow, I have to kill that bitch. And he goes home, kills her, and realizes that he cannot live without her, and commits suicide. Yeah, so that's another thing to think about, guys. If you love someone who probably having sex with another person, maybe just kill and commit suicide. I think that's the thing that we all can agree on. No, I'm just joking. Terrible idea. And the other one, which I realized was, there was a scene where they're doing business. You can clearly see a bottle of some weird alcohol in the background. And if you stop, then you can see the bottle is empty. So the question is, why is there an empty bottle of alcohol, and why? Like, it looks so pretty and it looks so new, and there is a shiny glass next to the bottle. But I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe this is not a film mistake, but anyhow, it's weird. It's weird to see. Yeah, and there you have it. And by the way, I don't know if I talked about this, but the twist that comes in the end, that she is killing him, this is also on the cover of the movie, which makes me think, why? Because this is the whole half of the plot, and the other half is the name of the title of the movie, which is Sensiz, Yaşayamam, which means I cannot live without you. So the title and then the picture of her with the gun obviously explains the whole movie in one picture. That's what I couldn't do. I'm so sorry. It took me about 20 minutes now. But thank you very much to give me a chance on the idea of a random podcast. That it was very spontaneous. Also the name, what I think the name fits in. What was the name again? The golden age of movies that no one asked for. I hope you liked it, and maybe we'll have some guests. And yeah, tell me if you would understand a movie without knowing Turkish, if you would ever watch this. Until then, bye.